What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jamel Mellow Moore. We are chilling live in the living room with a special guest. None other than Miss Miyana.
Yay! Hello, everyone. It's me, Miyana.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Miyana. She is so graceful. I remember when I first met her. We were at an event and we were just talking about this earlier. And when they called her up, it's like you know the Spike Lee movies. You know how Spike Lee sometimes have people like rolling, like they'll be rolling. They're not walking. They're rolling. It's like she was like on skates going up to the. She's just like rolled up there to the front. Like, who is this woman that is gliding across the floor? Like, what is happening right now? So you don't remember. You probably don't remember. I don't know what you was on or what type of energy you was in.
Yeah.
But you just like it was just like you were not you were not there.
I usually am not. I do that intentionally.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to do what? Why would you?
I am what people would probably call I just kind of disassociate a little bit so that I can feel myself versus everyone else.
So you disconnect from the outside energy to connect with your inner energy.
Correct. So
right?
I can be a true representation of myself. And I like to be my father has a lot of heavy influence on me, and he was big on presentation. So we practice walks, handshakes, greetings, poise. Yeah. He had 3 daughters.
That was deliberate.
Yeah, that was deliberate.
That's intentional.
Very intentional.
Okay, so you know what? So you have always been just a different being to
Thank
me.
you.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, you recognize that in people. Some people you can't recognize. You know, I don't know how other people operate, right? But for me, I'm a very energy driven person, and I pick up on energy and I attach to energy, or I feed energy. You know, so. But when I met you, I've always felt like you were just this, you felt wise before you said a word. You know, you felt prepared. You know what I'm saying?
That's great to hear.
You know, like no, it felt like everything that you were. It's like your movements, your walk, like the way you hold your head and your neck. It's like I'm ready. I can do anything, and that's what you give me. That's what I feel when I'm around you, and that's just, and that's been since the very first time I met you. So anyway,
thank you.
You're welcome.
But I feel like who else are you gonna be than yourself? You know, and also like what you give when you first meet someone, it really lasts. People may not accept that, but it lasts for a very long time. But I don't know. I just feel like thank God for my parents. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like being a woman is sometimes as much as it is about, you know, what you say and stand for. A lot of the times it's what you don't say and engage in too. So yeah, I just kind of like float in this little Miyana bubble, and I just hope, you know, it doesn't get popped.
But you know, that is a part to me. I understand that as being I say this all the time. The closer I've gotten to myself, the closer I've gotten to God. Like
Absolutely.
The more I know me, the more I know God, and that has caused me to create a atmosphere that matches my energy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think I'm a witness to what you're saying, because once I started to become more like myself, what more of what I wanted and more of what I needed began to gravitate toward me.
Yeah.
And so as long as I was trying to be somebody else or trying to be what I thought somebody else wanted
It's
me
not
to be,
rewarded. That's
never
law.
fulfilled, never satisfied. You know what I
That's
mean?
the word.
Not, just
Satisfied,
never
yeah.
satisfied
Yeah.
because you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Which is being you.
Is being
That's simple.
you. Just being you.
We do this thing in this group that I'm a part of. It's called the Enlightened Collective. It's like the first spiritual group that I like attach myself to. And recently we had a meeting and he said life is all about like playing like the player that you were assigned. I was assigned Miyana. And just imagine if a few other people were assigned Miyana and we get up to heaven or wherever we meet and they'd be like, hey, I don't know about you, but I played Miyana damn good. Did you see it?
Right,
and then just imagine you being the other Miyana like, damn, we ain't go nowhere. She was teaching, third grade poetry. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but if your Miyana wants to really be touring the world
right.
and you only achieve third grade poetry because you weren't playing your Miyana
right.
then that's just, I ain't trying to be the Miyana that ain't do nothing.
Right.
So,
I love it. I love the multi-universe Miyanas. Like, like the multiverse Miyana.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Know. You never know.
Listen,
I mean,
there's
at this
another
day and
Miyanas
age,
out there that didn't
it's
do
some
this.
other mellows.
It's
And
right.
you going to get up there and be like, did you see me rocking that stage? And another mellow going to be like,
damn, I could have
did all that.
Bruh, look, it's dope. That's a thank you for
You're
that. For that. I don't want anybody to out me.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's law.
No, this is just
Yeah. Can't
that's
nobody
it.
out mellow you. That's crazy.
I'm gonna be the best motherfucking mellow
that you could be.
That I can be.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing good.
Thank you. I appreciate
You're doing
that.
great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you. Listen, so you are a curator, writer, poet.
Yeah.
Not spoken word artist. No, clearly she says this and she wants everybody to know she's a poet, right?
Memorizing just I can, but
event planner, entrepreneur.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a lot. So I know I met you at a poetry event. The piece that you did was very touching. I cannot remember. It was something about I want you to think about me when you do something. Anyway, think about me when you drink or something you said.
Every time you see a tree, you should think of me.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Purple Rain.
Purple
Rain. That's my baby. Yeah.
So listen.
That's one poem I know by heart.
Okay. We got the one that she know by heart is Touch My Heart.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. You like that. I know, that's what I do.
But yeah, that was Purple Rain. I remember that actually. Yeah.
So awesome poet, right? So tell me where did this start for you?
Truly, when I was a kid, so I've been writing. I didn't start poetry until my 20s. I started writing, however, when my dad bought me a journal one Christmas, and I was 13. And for some reason, I started writing in that journal every day.
Wow.
I would get home from school, and I would just write about my day, and it became a habit. I still have that journal, and now I have like 10 more. But I started off just in detail, like notating my day. And it was, when I read them back when I was like a teenager, like later on, 18, 19, I was like, this is descriptive. It would be so descriptive. It would be like, today at school, my teacher made me mad, and then this happened, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling good when I woke up. And it's crazy to see, like, you just expressing yourself. And it just kind of warped into, it started to have more of a, like, rhyme, and it just had color. Yeah, it just kind of transformed into, when I felt an overwhelming emotion, it just wrote as poetry. And that's how I kind of leaned over into that. But in college, I got invited to my first open mic poetry show.
Really?
I was a junior in college at UK, University of Kentucky. And I got invited to my first open mic poetry show. and I performed, which when I tell you I was so nervous, like, I mean, I was shaking like Bambi. And and
oh God, why did this picture of Bambi
you
shaking
know, just
just
the
come
legs
up? It was
just,
like the
I was so nervous, but I was going through something. I was going through my first little heartbreak.
Oh, okay.
Oh my, and I am one of them. I was just,
you felt it.
I felt it. And I went up there and performed. I don't even remember the performance, but I remember the end. And I just looked up and people were standing and clapping. And the host, he came on the mic and was like, what? You know, and then that was the first like time that I even let people know that I wrote.
Wow.
Even when I was 13 journaling, like many people didn't know that I wrote things down. So to have that type of acceptance, when the first time that I opened my mouth to do my poetry, I just it never left me. And then in that moment, I was like, I think this might be heavily intertwined with my purpose. So
listen. So see, first, before I even go into what you just said, shout out to your dad. Like, shout out to the good fathers that
like,
you know what I mean. No, like he bought your journal. He, like, you know what I'm saying. That is really tapping into the emotional state, which is what a lot of men we have an issue with doing is being able to express our emotions safely, or when we feel safely enough to do that, but also incorporate that with the way we raise our children as not being just rah 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 rah.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, here's a journal. I know you go through things you might not need. You know, if you want to journal, that's important to understand, and it is important as a father. There's something to do. So shout out to your dad.
Shout out to Greg.
Greg, shout out Greg.
Right.
So but you know, I've talked to people that have had experiences very similar to where it was just like the clouds open up and like everything pointed towards this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And so that is to me that it's just a like I was talking to B-Rock. He was saying that was this confirmation, this ancestral confirmation.
Yes.
You know,
that's what it felt like.
You know, it was like come, my child.
They said, yes.
That's it.
That's the one. She did it, guys.
No,
she found it. Yeah, that's exactly
Come on,
how.
Everybody, she's got it. Look.
Yeah, that's exactly
it.
how it found.
Yeah,
they were cheering in the background.
Yeah. So, but at this point, that's not all you do, right? You don't only write, and you're not only a poet. I think that, first of all, your place, your show, Poetry on Peter, my favorite place to perform,
you gonna
to
make
be on
me
open
cry.
mic. Listen, my favorite, 100% hands down. I love a lot of places, right?
Yeah.
And I'm out, and I show up to a lot of places, but the feeling that I get, and it doesn't matter what building y'all been in either. It's the same experience. It's the same feeling. I feel like home there. I have started working out pieces there. Like I've done at least 3 pieces that were worked out through Poetry on Peter. Like, and that's my home. And I even not only that, the inspiration to doing shows with live bands and being able to perform to a live band and knowing that that's my clique, that's what I need. I learned that there, and I respect you. Like, you are an awesome curator.
Thank you.
And what you have put together with what you're doing right now is just is mind blowing. You know, that it's not you. You know that what you're doing is a gift. This is something that you're operating in.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying all that. I'm talking a lot.
No, I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. What made you start to do that? What made you start Poetry on Peter? Tell me that.
Okay. So in college, University of Kentucky. Shout out to my school, man, because clearly they had a big influence on me, you know. But and that's where I'm from, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yes,
cool.
I'm from Kentucky. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. But in college, I was an event the activities chair for my organization. So I was in charge of the activities. So I had a knack for putting together, gathering people. And then, you know, I tap danced on poetry while in college, and those two, my love for music, live music, it just all kind of worked together. But I was a few years ago in 2020, I had started doing events, poetry shows.
Okay.
They were not poetry on Peter. I was still working through the kinks, but I was trying to get my footing, and the pandemic happened. Dun, dun, dun. And events were the first thing to go. So I had to take a pause. So I started songwriting.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a little pocket in my story that
Right.
it was a year, which is brief when you look at it in, you know, retrospect. But I was songwriting because someone heard my EP, Confused Queen, the one that Purple Rain is on.
Okay.
And they were like, well, if you can write poetry, you can write songs. And it kind of worked out that way. But that's a tough industry.
The songwriting industry or
music.
Yeah,
that's a tough industry. And I am a gentle character, and I need that environment to feel very gentle. So that kind of pushed me to create my own, because my mother, which we can bring her into it.
Bring her into it. It's fine.
Because she's a big influence on me.
We love her.
We love her. We love her. Shout out to her.
We love you.
We love you, Mom. Thank you. But she is heavy on.
Sorry. She's heavy.
She's heavy on. If you can't get it like from someone else, do it yourself. Like, you know, find a way to make it happen. So I started with the band, and I put the band together, and then I went to Varte, my host, and I was like, you're the only person that I could see doing this, because I wanted to bring together people that made me feel full when I left them. Right. You know, so that's really how Poetry on Peter started. It was just trying to create an environment that felt like home, that I could be comfortable in too. So I was really dead set on it being a place that people can come to, be themselves, have a good time, be safe. And I knew that if I had my hand on it, that I would bring people that offered that to the world on a day-to-day basis. Right.
And just supporting your gift, supporting who each other, right?
Each other, yeah. Like just a bunch of people that are comfortable being themselves and wanting to share that with others. Yeah. So
it's an amazing experience there every time.
Thank you.
And like I said, I say we. When I talk about Poetry on Peter, I say we.
I mean, you family. I feel like you're a pop OG. You're like one of the first.
Listen.
You are one of the first.
Yeah, because you was like you had just started. Started.
You've been there from the beginning.
Yeah. So like, look, I'm at home. So we have been in what, 3 locations? The third location?
This is a third location.
The third location, but the vibe has not changed. The energy didn't change. It was and the people, like, there's people that we gathered. I'm just saying it's people that we've gathered along the way. Like some people that started showing up at the house, or you know, but it's become this family. So now, like, where we are now is like people are waiting outside to get in. Bro, look, if you want to go to Poetry on Peter, if you want to be on the list.
Oh yeah.
If you are an artist, you have to get there at the doors open at 8 or 9.
The doors open at 8:15.
Okay.
Show starts at 8:30.
Doors open at 8:15, right? Get there at 7.
Get there at 7:50.
7:30, my
7:30. Let's compromise.
30. All right. Okay. 45.
7:45.
Get there at 7:45. But do you understand what I'm saying though? Like, you know, like the demand. Like, bruh, like I've been there since the beginning. I step up to the door. It's like, nah, bruh, we ain't got no more space.
See, we want everybody to perform. You know, we want everyone to have a place on the list to perform. But Mellow, he gets up there and completely shuts down the house.
Thank you so much. I really
Standing ovation.
Appreciate that.
Hear him from the back of the place. So he gets on stage and he shuts it down. He is a regular and people know him and request him.
You know what? That makes me feel so good. As a human.
No, you're one of the best.
like I really believe that makes me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
If someone calls me and needs a poet, you're one of the first names I list.
That's but you know what that is? That's relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's community.
That is a community. That's relationship. Mm-hmm. That's somebody hit me up the other day about erotic. I like, do you know where I can find an erotic poem? I was like, hit B-Rock up. Mm-hmm. B-Rock has one. Papa Duke has one. Yep. It's the connection. Like it's that who we are. Yeah. Like it's the community because we not only do we do the same thing, but we have a like spirit. Have you ever had to do a poem or did a poem in front that was about somebody? Like somebody like you would.
That was in the room?
That was in the room.
Yes.
Okay, first, what did you say about the person?
Well, it was a love poem, actually.
Oh, it was a good thing.
It was a good thing.
So that was an intentional? Like you wanted to, it was used a setup, like, oh, like come tonight?
I didn't know. Well, I knew they would be there.
Okay.
I did a nice poem.
Okay, a nice poem.
Yeah, it was kind of out of the blue. It was deep.
Okay.
And I just kind of laid it all out there.
Do you think that he learned something that
absolutely.
He didn't know?
Yeah, absolutely.
From the poem?
My notes app gets the deepest parts of me. So it gets the best of me. It gets the most. So if I decide to say that out loud, you're learning something new.
Gotcha.
Because I'm going to write it down before I say it out loud.
So do you think that adjusted your relationship? What do you think that did for your relationship?
At the moment, I think it's nice to see someone vulnerable, but also seeing someone like stand 10 toes in it in front of a group of people. I think that makes somebody feel good.
Oh yeah, no. Somebody, if I was in the audience and somebody I knew they was doing a piece about me.
I think just to be able to kind of say it loud and proud, I think that make a man feel good.
You see that up there? You see that? Yeah, you see that girl?
That's me.
That's me right there. That's me right there. Right there, right there. That's me. No, I feel that. I do also have pieces. I don't think I've ever done anything about anybody that was in the audience, but I've done things that I was like, I really hope that they can see this. So I feel that. So we are about to get you to do some poetry.
Okay.
And then we'll come back and talk about it.
Perfect.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Miyana.
Thank you. And this poem is called Deeper, and this will be in my book, Who Let You In Here? Candlelight flickering on my lofty walls, I just tossed and turned and whined because I didn't know how to flat out say, you make me feel so deeply that in this moment I can't tell you because I'll dive even deeper into this world that I've created with you. The world that we have created for us. I rub my face on your chest because that is the only way I can translate that. If given the chance, I would live in your skin, loving your name. Fill every thought with your scent because you are the fragrance that gives me that deep, deep feeling. Paired with healthy conversations and intentional growth, I want to tell you that I am willing and ready to fall for you. I've already taken the plunge. Candlelight flickers as I lay in your arms. Subtle love songs in the distance. I feel warm, woman, whole, seen, and in the thick of my power. All while loving you. I did get to utter out that I would fight for you. That my meter just went up a notch or two. That my I don't play about you turned into there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. I got the pieces out to a sentence that contained I love you. I don't want to live this carnation without you. This moment is everything to me. This moment is everything to me. And sometimes my heart and my mind decide that we're going to feel this deep within. Because this deep in your heart is a part of healing. I know it. Thank you.
Oh, it was dope. Dope shit.
Thank
Dope
you.
shit.
Thank you
Dope
so
shit.
much.
Dope shit. Dope shit. Always can count on Miyana to give you something very heartfelt, very that pulls at your strings. Like it pulls at your emotions every time I hear you do your pieces. So tell us your title of the piece and like what was it again? Title of piece again because you already said it, but tell us again.
I'm gonna say it again.
Right. Tell us again, and tell us what the inspiration, the story behind the piece.
Okay, so the piece is called Deeper. Again, it's called Deeper, and the inspiration really the only time that I write is when I'm a little overwhelmed with an emotion or I'm overflowing in some area that I just need to get it on paper. And usually that process of getting it on paper is 2 minutes of just conscious stream of thought is what I call it, just a stream of thoughts. And in that moment, I was just really admiring being connected with someone and reflecting on what that felt like to me in that moment. So I do like things to be heartfelt. That's just the type of person that I am. I emote a lot. I've heard. So yeah, I just wanted. Anytime that I open that world up to others, I want you to feel it. And that's with anything. Like I want you to leave that space with some remnants of me.
Right.
So if I can do that every time, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I want them to leave crying about it. Damn. So like in a good, maybe in a good way sometimes. But you're gonna feel something.
You gonna feel it.
You're gonna feel something.
Like it's life changing.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, it's life changing. Yeah. It's something that alters the way that you look at things, or the way that you will look at a person, or what you see in people, like what you bring to what you bring to a situation is a piece of you. Yeah. So I get that, and and that goes to the other part of understanding that you can't give you to everybody.
Listen. Wait, we learning. We learning.
It's a process.
It's a process.
It's a process. Yes. Because we feel like, I mean, like I said, I'm connected to you because I feel like we are kindred spirits. Like I feel like we have a very similar energy, and when if I say we, it's because I feel like you can agree with me on things.
Absolutely.
But I feel like as we grow in our gift, operating in that gift, being able to continue to do those things that we are supposed to be doing, I feel like that is when where we are becomes what heaven is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right here.
Right here. Yeah. Right here. I feel like there's no you don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? Of mind. It's a place here. It's a place of in your mind. It's a place of that in your how you vibrate. Like once you get to that point when you operate in your purpose, that's when you tap in.
Oh yeah, you Godspeed.
Mm.
That's what I call it. It's Godspeed. My
Listen.
team knows when I say Godspeed, they're tapped in.
Yeah.
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 Agreed.
So, thank you.
Of course, this was great.
Listen, I had we like I said, you my girl. Like
This is a great conversation. I'm so happy to be here too.
Listen, thank you so much for gracing my home. You know, like you said, when she came. My home would never be the same because Miyana was here. Like she just came in. It's like, hi, everybody.
You are so silly. Did I?
No, you didn't do all that, right? Yeah, you didn't do all that, but still. Okay, so right quick, can you tell us what you got going on? Give me a commercial about Miyana right now. Like this is your time.
800-588-2300. Okay, so Empire today, but actually, so you know, once you start,
right,
you gotta stand 10 toes. That's the motto.
Down,
exactly. But of course, Pop is bi-weekly.
Pop.
Every other Monday at 8:30, we are in the same place at the same time, same vibes. The next show is on April the 10th, the day after Easter. Easy to remember. But we also have some other events coming out. So we'll be at Slingshot having our show there on April 6th at 9. And we're going to start first Sundays just having a good time, cookout style, playing spades. Okay. Having a good time outside on May 7th. We outside on May 7th. So you can find all that at Poetry on Peter on Instagram.
Okay. What's the Instagram?
Poetry on Peter, all spelled out. Poetry on Peter. And that's where you can find everything. And this might be a little in advance. I am writing a book. Okay. Book writing. That will be out at the end of October. Okay. Published. So stay tuned. It's called Who Let You In Here.
Listen, that sounds like it's going to be deep. Obi, yeah.
Intentionally dropping it end of October. Here. If you catch my drift. It'll be released under the full moon, like me.
Let you in here.
Who let you in here? Ooh. You know, you ever look at somebody and just like, who let you in here? Who let you in?
Like, no, for real. Like, what the fuck?
Like, you are here.
Why are you here? Like, you ain't supposed to be in here.
I let you in, kind of though.
Right, but who was I when I let you in this bitch? You know what I'm saying? Who was I when I let you in here?
It's just going to be a little peek into my world.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Like 100% love it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank
you. I am too. I'm excited. A little nervous, but I'm excited.
No. I love it. So please always keep me in mind whenever you got something going on. I would love to be a part of it.
Of course. Likewise.
Everybody, this is I said her name wrong earlier. They probably going to cut it out, but it's okay. It's okay. My friend, my sister, Miss Miyana Sarver.
Yes, Miyana Sarver. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Mellow.
Thank you, Miyana. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be blessed.
Be blessed and highly favored.
You've been watching live in the living room with your boy Mellow, MellowVzn. Shout out to my boy Obi. All right, now we gonna leave later.
Peace out.